Alright, we're now going to make a silver tiara. Now, traditionally to make a silver tiara, royal icing, pipe it onto something, wrap it around it so you get the shape. Once you take the paper away, once it's dried, you then have to go back and spend hours painting it, and you would normally make 2 or 3 just in case you broke them. Alright, with pipe don't paint, all we need is a stencil, plastic underneath it so you can see through it, and you just pipe straight over the top, leave it to dry for a few hours, pick it up, tape it around something, the shape to get the shape that you want, leave it to dry for a few days, there you are, you have your tiara. Alright, so it's very, very basic to do. So it's just a matter of piping. Yet again, I'm using a #1 tube. You can use smaller. So far, the smallest tube I have used with pipe don't paint is a 00. I haven't gone down to a 000 yet to see it, because I think because it shrinks, a 000 would be too small. So just simply, now I made this tiara pattern up. If you're making up patterns like this, you have to make sure that everything's touching. When you do filigree work, you have to make sure it all touches, because if it doesn't touch, then when you pick it up, it's going to fall apart. Now, I have been told that using pipe don't paint is a lot easier than working with royal icing when you're piping. So as a beginner, this would probably be a much easier medium to use than your royal icing. The reason you cannot use normal petal dust in with pipe don't paint as opposed to the lusters and the metallics is the simple fact that for some reason they don't seem to grind the petal dust as much as they do the metallics and the luster dust, so it's harder to get them through the piping tube, unless of course you're using a really big piping tube. The tiara finished with the piping, so basically all I'm doing now is taking the stencil out so that you can see exactly how it looks. It might be better if we turn the paper over and put it on a white backing. So there you go, that's how it looks. Now all we're going to do is leave that to dry for a few hours, and then we will wrap it around in the shape we want it to be, and then leave that to dry for a few days, and then we'll have our tiara done. So it's pretty quick and pretty simple, and there's definitely no painting involved, which is the best part. We're now going to shape the tiara. So basically, same technique, get the tiara off the plastic. This one I'll take a little bit more care because it is a little bit more fragile than the carnelian work. So this is still pretty soft and pliable, so I'm pretty sure we won't have to soften this one with the chucks. So it's just a matter of finding the right size and we'll put it on. In this case we're using a 4-inch round cake tin. And we just put it on the rim of the cake tin like that. Flatten it out. And pretty much we just leave that there to dry. If it's not sticking, which this one is sticking to the rim, you can always put a little bit of sticky tape either side so that it stays where you want it to stay.